Hello everyone, I want to thank you so much for joining me. This video is for water signs for the month of July 2020. So if you are a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, you are in the right place. And you can be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. So water signs, when we are in Cancer season, we have been since the end of June and we will be until the 22nd of July. So we are in your element right now. And I just want to go over the important dates for this month, starting off with the 4th of July. Yes, here in the United States, it's already kind of a special day with the 4th of July celebrations, which kind of intensifies everything. But I just want to bring to your attention that on this day is the full moon in Capricorn and also a full moon lunar eclipse. So the energy will be extra intense on this day. So keeping that in mind, water signs, this is not a favorable time for important events. So really try and stay away from scheduling like big things on this day. And this is not a good time to sign life-changing contracts as well, especially with Mercury in retrograde. Mercury has been retrograde since the end of June, and we'll talk about more of that in a moment. So then the next big date is on the 8th, Wednesday the 8th. I'm going to be hosting my next live crystal sale on my Tarot by Megan Facebook page. The first one was a couple of weeks ago and it was a great success, and I'm happy to bring you more crystals. So catch me on my Facebook going live at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday the 8th for my next live crystal sale. Set yourself a reminder if crystals are your thing. And then on the 11th, we have Chiron moving retrograde. So for those of you that don't know about Chiron, Chiron is a comet, and it's known as the wounded healer. So when Chiron stations retrograde, it's about bringing awareness of deep soul healing, and it turns us inward for reflection, which is basically everything that a retrograde is generally. Don't know if you guys have been feeling that with all these planets in retrograde. Thankfully, Venus went direct on the 25th of June, so it's been direct for a little while, but then Mercury went direct, and then Neptune went, and then Mercury went retrograde, and then Neptune went retrograde. So we still have lots of planets in retrograde. Then on the 12th, we actually see Mercury moving direct again, which I'm sure a lot of you will be taking a big sigh of relief, because Mercury is such a close planet to us, so its electromagnetic field actually affects ours more than a lot of other planets, causing communication issues and electronics to break down. I know this can be a frustrating time for some of us, but it's really just a reminder to slow down, especially in the areas of communication, and to really just take your time with things. And it's also a time for review and reflection. And then the next big date for July 2020 is we have our second new moon in Cancer on the 20th. Our last new moon was in Cancer as well at the end of July, and so is this new moon. It's in Cancer. So, and this is all about no more second chances. Cancer got a second chance to be the, sign for this new moon, but those things that are really done in your life, those relationships that are really done in your life, just no more second chances, says this Cancer new moon on the 20th. And then on the 22nd, we move from Cancer season into Leo season. So we move from the watery, more emotional vibes of Cancer season into Leo season, which is a very fiery, very energetic, very different vibe than Cancer season. So then on the 25th, it's a Saturday, I will be hosting my level 2 Learning the Akashic Records class on Zoom from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you would like to join in, all you have to do is take my level 1 Journey to the Akashic Records. It's a guided meditation. I host that one in a secret group on Facebook. It's a video that's recorded in the group once you purchase the level 1 Journey to the Akashic Records class from the shop page of my website, which is linked down below in the comments. You are able to take my level 2 class. So if you're interested in the Akashic Records, if you're interested in learning about how your past lifetimes affect you now, come to my class. And then I have my Akashic Records level 3 class on the 28th. It's a Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, also hosted on Zoom. These classes are super magical. I would love to have you all take them. So go to the shop page of tarotbymegan.com and check them out. All right, water signs. Let's take a look at your month ahead. See what Cancer season has in store for y'all. For y'all water signs. Okay. What does this month look like for you, water signs? So the first card to come out, jumped out of the deck for you, water signs, is the 5 of Wands. So remember that this is a general reading for all Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And so just really take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? You have the Knight of Wands at the end of the first week for you, water signs. And then we have the Devil. The beginning of the second week, we have the 9 of Wands at the end of the second week. We have Death, your second major arcana card of the month, water signs. We have the 10 of Swords. Wow, water signs, you are doing some really heavy work. And then as we move into Leo season, we have Temperance. So I feel like things are going to start to even out for you then. And then you're finishing off the month with the 5 of Swords. All right, water signs. This is it looks like a heavier month for you guys. You do have 3 major arcana cards coming up, so some bigger themes here. So let's take a look at what the messages that are coming through for you, my lovely water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So the 5 of Wands is what first came out. It actually jumped out of the deck for you, water signs, so it let me know that this was indeed your reading. The beginning of the month, water signs, just try to go with the flow as much as possible. If you're triggered, if you find yourself more on the defense, it's because the watery energy of Cancer is taking you deep within, I'm hearing. And there might be some things as you're traversing your deep inner world, like things that are coming in from the outside world might not be very well received at the beginning of the first week of July for you, water signs. You might find yourself easily triggered, easily aggravated, especially in the areas of work and career and how you express yourself in the world, because it's coming up as the Wands. So keeping that in mind as you enter the beginning of July, just really try and support yourself as much as possible here, water signs. Also, I'm hearing a great deal of you might be really beating yourself up at this time, so try and take a break from that, okay? Really try and look at those patterns and those programs within yourself. And I'm really hearing for you, water signs, to work with some desert rose selenite the beginning of the month. It'll help clear up old patterns and programs, okay? The end of the first week for you, water signs, is the Knight of Wands. So just really giving yourself what you need the beginning of that first week is going to help things in the momentum department take off a little bit more. Towards the end, things are going to start to feel a little bit lighter, but still watch out for kind of like emotional vulnerability. I'm not watch out for it, but just know that you are going to be more emotionally vulnerable during this time, water signs. It's just how things go for you when you're in your element. So know that things are going to be really moving and shaking at the end of the first week for you, water signs, but you might have a tendency to be moving a lot of emotion. If you need to cry or release or whatever that looks like for yourself, give yourself that opportunity. Okay, water signs. In the beginning of the second week, we have the Devil. This is your first major arcana card for the month, and I feel like this is really recognizing unhealthy patterns and programs for you, water signs, and bringing them to a stop. Like, so much so, it's like, I want to show you both of these cards for your second week. You have the Devil and you have the the Nine of Wands here. So it's like everything kind of comes to a stop until you're able to really kind of face things head on, and any toxic behaviors, anywhere where you feel like you're out of alignment, this is a time to really step back and to notice those things and to just really send love to those places within your body, within your energy field, where you might feel like you're attached to something like maybe in a codependent or an unhealthy way, and just ask yourself what you need to heal that part. What do you need to do for yourself that's going to bring things to an end, to bring your suffering to an end, water signs? What things can you do to support yourself this second week, okay, of July? Then the beginning of the third week, we have the Death card, which is another major major arcana card. So things are really going to be coming to an end. This is like a rebirth for you at the end of the the beginning of the third week, water signs. So really allowing yourself to kind of shed some old skin here, and really recognizing that this is the end of a cycle, because you have the Ten of Swords here for you at the end of the third week here. So death into the Ten of Swords. This is kind of a big deal. This is really the ending of something very challenging. You're shedding something very big here, water signs. But just know that you have the water of Cancer to really help you out. The empathy of Cancer. Keep in mind, Cancer is the most empathic sign of the zodiac. So this is for you to really go deep and to get to the root of these things, water signs. So Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, there's a huge opportunity for healing in the third week. I know these cards look a little ominous, but this is all about getting to the end of toxic behaviors within yourself, recognizing this any toxic patterns of behavior and bringing them to an end and really shedding them and feeling this kind of dawn of a new era for you. Okay, water signs? And then as we move into the season of Leo season, the last week of Cancer season, or I'm sorry, Cancer season just ended. We have moved into Leo season. You have Temperance waiting for you, the beginning of the fourth week, water signs. So this is about really surrendering to your flow and finding the balance in the chaos. Understanding that these moments of chaos actually allow you to release so strongly that it brings balance into your life. This is a moment for you if you have felt like extremely out of alignment up until this point. This is like a great time of reckoning for you, water signs, where you can really walk away from the things that are no longer serving you, maybe the things that you've been thinking about for a really long time, but the way that things have shifted in the world, on the planet, this month, July 2020, is the time for you, water signs, to really walk away from something, or to end something that has just been disturbing your peace, or that is just the thought of returning to or taking back up again just gives you, it makes you not feel good. So this is about bringing everything back into balance by the beginning of the fourth week. And really by the end of the fourth week with the Five of Swords here, it's like cutting out all of the things, like we've talked about the thought patterns and the self-doubt, cutting out the fears. This is, I feel like, the end of the month for you water signs is about cutting out relationships that are no longer serving you, and just really understanding that it's okay to walk away from unbalanced situations and things that don't feel good for you. So you're going to be going through a whole progression this month, water signs. This is a really important month for you to really embrace the waters of Cancer, to embrace the empathy that's possible, to go deep within yourself, to allow for very deep healing in the ways of ending long time cycles. So that brings me to, let's pull an Akashic Records card for you about your past lifetimes, water signs, and see what the theme is here for you. What is the theme, the past life theme for water signs this month? Farm. So, I think that the message here is about these lifetimes that brought you great connection to Earth, but also brought you great growth, and understanding the rhythms of Earth and the rhythms of growth, and potentially lifetimes that you've spent on a farm, returning to those experiences, whether it be in meditation, or accessing them through the Akashic Records pathway prayer, which it can teach you all about the meditation and the pathway prayer through my series of Akashic Records classes. So if you have any questions about that, please just message me or leave me a comment. But yeah, for you water signs, your past life message that's coming up from the Akashic Records is about farms and lives that you've spent on the farm, but also growth. I'm hearing this is a deep time of growth for you, water signs. Growth. What past lifetimes can teach you about times where you allowed yourself to grow so big? You didn't keep yourself back. You didn't hold yourself back. All right. What is your goddess message for the month, water signs? Your goddess message for the month. Oh, well, this is nice. After kind of looking at this rather tough month that you might have ahead, challenging month that you might have ahead, water signs, your goddess for the month with the message for you is Guinevere, who brings the message of true love. So this really might be an opportunity this month for you to clear the space to really open and invite true love in, or to deepen a relationship if you are already in one, water signs. And Guinevere's message is the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. And I really feel like, too, this might be like the stripping away with that, like the devil card and the death card and the 10 of swords, to really have this epic love of self. All right, fire signs, water signs. The second time in a row. Water signs, I do apologize, and I have one more oracle card to pick for you from the Sacred Symbols deck. So what's something for water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio to be on the lookout for this month? What is your symbol of the month? Boundaries. Oh, water signs, yes. Please watch your boundaries as you're going through great growth and transformation. Make sure that you take time that is necessary for yourself this month. Do not overwork yourself. You really need this time to go deep. All right, water signs, I want to thank you guys all so much, and ladies, I want to thank you all so much for joining me this month. This has been my water sign July 2020 reading. If you would like a more in-depth video reading, come join me on my Patreon. I have readings by astrological sign on my $8 tier. I also have a $5 tier, which is a past, present, future reading for each astrological season. And then I have some great deals on some one-on-one time with me monthly. So head on over to tarotbymegan.com and check out my Patreon page, which I have linked below, as well as my website. My website at tarotbymegan.com, you can check out the shop page, which has all of my classes, and I'm going to have new products up there soon, as well as my classes. So keep checking back to tarotbymegan.com on the shop page. Join me for my Akashic Records classes. I would love to have you if you feel like exploring, or if you've been drawn to explore the Akashic. I would be happy to be your guide. So I want to thank all of you water signs for joining me this month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.